Right then, Jamie of the Hughes, we're going to have a little FishO catch up, aren't we?
Aren't we?
Behind the scenes and...
Yeah, evaluate the event in it. We're a week late, aren't we?
Yeah,
I like that.
Yeah,
that one.
evaluation.
But it was, because I thought it was a very, very good one.
I thought it was, from obviously our point of view, which we'll come to later.
Yeah, many different ways, it was good.
Yeah, brilliant.
But anyway, so yeah, if no one had seen, FishO happened last Saturday.
Yeah.
What are we, the Friday now, nearly a week ago, where Matthew Draws made himself a bit richer.
Just a tad.
Well, don't talk about that at the end.
Draw, we need to talk about the draw first.
That's the first thing. The first thing that has to be addressed was FishO's first ever redraw,
wasn't it? Yeah, I mean...
That first ever?
It must have been first ever redraw.
First ever complete redraw. I've seen it have a mistake once, a couple of years ago.
And then they go back to that point and then...
Yeah, but...
It didn't affect anything.
It was
I was watching it, Jay, so I was coaching, like under my brolly. I was watching it on my phone, and I really didn't think anything untoward. No. And then I thought, actually, you know what I mean? But Rob, as you said, and like Barry, like, they don't know matches.
That's all it came down to, yeah. Whether it should have been a redraw, I don't know, but they just want it done properly.
Bagger put that post on, didn't he? Do you think it should be a redraw, start from the last 3 pegs or whatever happened, or this, whatever?
But everyone's got every way of arguing. All it came down to was 2 chaps doing a draw that didn't know about fishing draws.
Yeah, definitely.
They've not done them, they didn't know how it worked.
No.
But anyway, got redone. Night before, I like that.
Yeah.
I like a night before draw.
Night before, 100%, you need to go back to that.
For FishO, it does.
I think so.
Yeah. I still don't like night before draws. I want morning draws, so I sleep. But FishO can't be a morning draw. FishO can't be on the day. I like how Mae was on the day. FishO needs to be night before for both betting and just the excitement.
Yeah. And the fact that everyone's together in a bar, and obviously you sent your daughter up, sent Sophie up, and Harry sent his daughter up. It was just, it's nice. There's a lot of families there, wasn't there? Everyone was there, sort of like, you know, wives and girlfriends and stuff like that. And
it was lovely, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was brilliant.
It was right good. That a quick one as well. I stayed at Westwood, and that was lovely.
Westwood, I know, yeah.
First time I stayed.
I didn't tell anyone what room number you were though, Jay.
Thank you, but no, that were proper.
From mine and Reece Shad's point of view as well. You know, obviously we filmed the draw, and it was great, sort of like getting the anglers as they were coming out, like putting the mic or the muff in front of him and like. What do you think about your draw then? I thought that was really good as well. Just different element, wasn't it?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Luckily, the redraw, it didn't cause too much upset either.
No.
Do you know what I mean? There wasn't a massive difference in it. Charlie probably suffered worse from it.
Where did he draw originally?
I don't know. He was somewhere on the back straight.
Oh, was
I didn't actually watch the first draw, and then he drew the peg that I'd drawn, peg 4.
Right.
Charlie, Ross, in fact, no, yeah, those two are the ones that suffered, Ross and Charlie. But everyone else was quite similar in the way that they drew.
So yours was a bit similar, Jay?
Yeah, mine went from poo to nearly as poo.
I say, when I come out and saw you after, or when you came out of the draw, you're like, you were pretty happy when we did that thing.
Got to keep positive head on it.
Yeah, of course you have.
It's all about never negative, always positive, always, got a chance. Because I felt I had more room. It wasn't until I plumbed up I didn't like mine. Very, very shallow.
Too shallow because of the spinners, and is that what you're saying?
Excuse me, I'm 2 pegs to the back of the aerator, so it's like the build-up.
All the silting and
very.
Probably. Is it proper silty? They're dead soft.
That deep. That
really
deep from
damp.
5 metres across.
And really soft and all.
Yeah, really soft, squidgy. Just
not what you want.
Not the best area, but still, it's Westwood, so there's still £150 in every peg. There really is. Yeah, there is. So no matter anyone says, if you get it perfect on the day, obviously when they're feeding, there's £150 on every. There's £100 minimum. It's solid. Your float just goes under, does your bloody head. But anyway.
It was such a shame, Jay, from the obviously you can't do anything about the weather, folks, but spectator point of view, but then that'd have been better for the anglers because obviously there's not much pressure on the banks.
Yeah,
you know
I think that helped this year, particularly like the likes of Powers peg, where he would have been a lot of passing traffic behind him. It stopped all that sort of thing happening. It did probably made the fishing better as a whole.
Yeah.
Because the crowd didn't have any influence on the fish. Didn't upset the fish.
No.
Everyone got their spec, put the brolly up and set up camp, didn't he?
Yeah, upset us getting
moist, mostly moist.
I wore my bestest trainers, my bestest jeans in the whole wide world, and you couldn't tell what they were at the end. They're like all full of mud. But from that point of view, obviously that's our point of view. Sort of like, so I was doing the Sky presenting with Rob Palmer, Steve Cook, and Emma Pickering, and it was great. Like, I was going to do more demos, but because there was so many fish getting caught, cameras like here, there, and everywhere, I didn't need to. No. You know what I mean? You just like looking through, obviously. Got hooked live to you, didn't we? You know, we had a chat and everything like that, and then it was brilliant how it was all going on.
Yes, more people with current fishing just helped.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, definitely. I thought that it was the best commentary for a while. Yeah, I like
and
that.
I'm going to stick up for the actual Sky reporters here as well, folks, because they get so much stick. What you've got to bear in mind, these people don't fish, but they're professionals. What you don't realise, I've had it done before, you have this headset on, this earpiece, and it's got 5 or 6 different people talking all the time.
Yeah.
Like directors, producers, like, right, you need to cut back to him, you need to go to him, we need to say this, right, you need to cut, you've got 10 seconds left on VT. I'm like,
yeah. An angler can't do that.
None
Cannot
of us,
do that.
Trust me, none of us could do that.
No.
That's why you have these professional presenters there doing an amazing job.
Yes, they don't know much about fishing, but trust me, it's the other bit that's more important, isn't it?
Definitely. And from like people who don't fish looking in, if they're just like turning over and watching it, what, fishing on telly? You need someone like that who's got that interaction with people.
Yeah.
From like other things they've done, like tennis or whatever it is. You know what I mean? They've got that sort of that way and that mannerism. They know how to speak to people in like sort of them terms. Whereas we're like, oh, just caught an F1 like fishing shallow. People haven't got a clue what you're going on about.
No.
You know what I mean? So
it needs a mix of both, doesn't it? How they've got it now, I think, is right, the right mix.
Perfect.
But you do need those professional, presentery. Well, yeah, it's presenters, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely.
Involved. Not just the people on the back. I mean, you need the two of them because
100%.
You need training and you need.
They know exactly what I mean. Like you've seen them, they've got like the scripts, haven't they? And they go through it over and over again. They'll sort of like talk through it and then they go back, talk through it again, and then that's it. They go in, they're on camera, and they just talk through it one after one. I'd be like, oh no, what did I do? I can't remember what I said.
It's a serious job that they do.
Yeah.
But yeah, all that wonderful.
Yeah.
Venue wise,
what do you reckon to it?
The more I go,
I think it's an amazing venue.
The more I like. I think
so
first year I was this is a bit flat and bit less variety due to not knowing the venue.
From obviously,
there's the fishing I'm on about.
Definitely. Obviously, from my point of view, having never been in the final there, we'll get there one day, folks. But like looking at that from like you know, a public point of view, the spectacle and seeing fish getting caught was amazing.
Yeah, loads of fish. Both matches so far, both fish shows, have created a lovely last hour as well, where it's not all over.
That's it. When you bring them 4 people up on screen the last hour, it's nipping up.
Yeah, for anglers watching, they're like flipping out. They understand how close anything could happen is.
But I think it's exciting for people who don't even fish as well, Jay, because they don't know what's going on.
It does.
They see who's leading, then a few kilo behind, and then they see him catching fish.
Yeah.
It's brilliant, mate.
Yeah, I do. I'm thinking the more I go...
I can't think of a better venue myself.
Obviously... I do want the pegging changing though.
You do want it changing?
Yeah, I still think the pegging can be changed. Not only on the tiny last bit, where peg 1, 2, 3... No, not... Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, and... My pegs sound, what was I on? 22, 23, 24, 25. They're only changing just to give themselves a bit more room.
Yeah, we need to chat about that from the likes of, I mean, no disrespect, but Marvellous Marvin, who was on peg 1, he doesn't do that style of fishing. He's done flipping amazing to catch what he has.
Yeah.
But if there was someone on the likes of J-Lad,
No, that's just the peg.
I think that peg, though, where it is, because no spectators can get to him, do you not think that needs addressing? That's what I'm getting at.
Maybe, but I think the lads on the bends as well, it shouldn't be too missing on them. They should have every other peg. Yeah, because they do actually get a lot less.
Yeah.
It should be, from me, Dan's peg, Dan Squires' peg should be in. So what was I on? 22, 23.
Yeah.
And then I think there should be another gap. And they should have every other peg.
Powers out and then go to another right.
Yeah, and it'd only mean moving up 1 peg.
Yeah.
I think that'd be better. And then have the blocker immediately next to the end peg. The same on peg 1. Because there's a little bit of clashing.
Do the blockers fish for anything? Is it money like they're doing the golden reel?
I don't know, but they're there and they're fishing. That's irrelevant, isn't it? Right. But anyway, that's the only improvement I'd make.
What about a different lake there? Because
no, I'm liking it now.
Not the one behind the what was that? Is it Skylight?
Swallow.
Swallow.
But I'm liking it.
You're liking
Falcon.
I think.
Yeah.
Obviously,
the more I learn about it, the better it is.
I think it's amazing. Amazing venue. Obviously, the fish can't really go anywhere. It's not like you know, bigger open waters, the likes of Hayfield, for example. But what I like, and obviously what you like yourself as well, is like rod and line fishing coming into play. Gets that element out of it, but I don't think it matters in a match such as that when you never really feel out of it going into like the last hour. I think it's brilliant.
That's what matters.
Isn't it?
I mean, it does. It just
it
makes
a
good
on
fishing
that kind of venue a runaway leader, right?
No, it's not looking that way. It is. I'm liking it a lot at the minute.
Yeah.
Yes, I do think it needs to move eventually, but I think maybe 5 years there at that style of fishing, and then maybe go to Hayfield, Larford, Roddy type to give a bit of everything for everyone.
What's looking like every sort of like 3 or 4 years, and then moving on?
Who knows? That's the powers that be, isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, but at the minute, I'm loving Westwood. It's right for
Westwood. With the hot tubs.
Dead right. So yes, right, fishing match though. Fishing were phenomenal.
Ciders there. I'm going to say the ciders there are amazing.
All
different flavours.
Anyway, so fishing wise, brilliant. My match was weird.
Right,
because of the way it plumbed up. I started in the edge, didn't catch one, too deep. Did I catch one? One. Eventually I caught one, but it took me quite a while. And it definitely cost me that.
Was you expecting more barbels or anything?
No, they don't live where I am.
Do they not? Right.
No, they're the other side of the air right there. No, don't live where I am. Right. No barbels there, too shallow. my lack of thing. The biggest thing with fishing at Westwood is rotation. Absolutely massive.
Yeah.
You cannot catch off one line. You can on an odd day, but a normal standard match, and particularly fish show, you cannot catch off one line.
Can't clatter them.
No, the very, very pressured fish that are used to getting caught, and there's lots of other elements. Amount of fish in your bag and silt make it really hard to catch steady because they upset everything. So you need 2, 3, or 4 rotations that you can just tick over, catch 2, catch 2, catch 2.
And what's it all about plotting, or can you loose feed the other swims?
Depends on what you're doing.
Everyone's done something different, which is the beauty of the venue.
Yeah, it is. It all depends on how it plums up and what you decide to do. But rotation's the thing, and that's what I was lacking. In that
you didn't have enough swims to go to.
I couldn't make my edge work. It was so deep. Yeah, well, the edge was too deep. Couldn't get them to go on the bottom. Maybe I should have done something there, but I didn't fancy that. Yeah, just up a bit maybe, and I had 2 lines across rotating, which were great, but it didn't have that little boost.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I was always 1 or 2 fish behind.
What about stamper fish? Are they pretty much, obviously, other than the barbel? It's
different areas, it seems to be, different stamps.
So, like, okay.
More carp in some areas, but it seems to change. I felt like on the day, myself and Andy Power in that little area, we were on a very small stamp.
Little bobby ones.
Lots of little £1.5.
Every time Matty had one,
their straight seems to have the big stamp.
Yeah, big carp.
But that changes as well.
Does it?
Yeah, that can be a nice surprise, but it is what it is. But it's a good, technical, nice venue.
Yeah.
So, as you say, everyone's caught in different ways. Matty's caught shallow on the bottom, few on the edge, few across on casters. I've caught across, Power's caught edge and halfway across, hasn't it? Everyone's caught in different ways. All pole fishing, of course, but
what was noticeable from our point of view was obviously like you say, the rotation. You know, certain if it likes a Power, we'd see him, he'd be down the edge, and then we'd go back to him like 2 minutes later and he's somewhere else and he's like playing the fish, and like he'd have a fish on, and then you'd go to him again a minute later and he'd have was it the same fish or was it a different fish? And
it's that quick.
I was getting them in so quick.
Yeah, there's no messing about.
But then obviously in the last hour when they had four anglers on screen, and then Marvin was coming back. Obviously, he was catching one and took shallow.
Yeah.
And then obviously you got Matty down the edge.
Shallow, was it?
Yeah, he's got shallow at the end. He's down the edge. Ricky's catching down the edge as well. Then Matty's gone back across. Everyone's doing something different but catching.
Yeah.
It was amazing, man.
Keeps it all excited.
So good from our point of view.
But it was phenomenal match, and we got to address Matthew Dawes.
Awesome. Yeah, what a performance. Like to keep his cool as well, because he lost one with 2 minutes to go. Like he's had a big and fall off, foul up to whatever. Just like, it's what it is, dead calm. Filled his pot, gone in, and he's got another one like £4 straight after it.
Yeah.
Like,
it's keeping you track. He's had young Sam next to him as well.
Meerkatting, I called him the meerkat in the studios. He was like that, looking down his edge all the time.
Was he?
Meerkatting, yeah.
I know Sam dead well, and the last hour, it'll have been amazing.
I think we need to give top marks for his bombing, for his dive, don't we?
That wins best ever commitment to a jump in the lake.
Amazing, like, stick your legs in.
Yes.
Yeah, no, fair
anyway,
play,
so you got to stick a photo of your Sam on. I've got a photo you can stick on, Rich. He'll love it. I'll show you in a bit. And yes, what else am I on about? Matty winning.
You got a bit totes most, didn't you, Sophie Shard said?
I did. I got a bit weird on him, didn't I? Well, we travelled together a lot. Matty's one of my best mates. I know Matty forever. You know what I mean? I'm claiming all credit pretty much for it.
Yes.
You know what I mean? But no, he's one of them. I have the flipping same conversation with him all the time.
It's about it now. He'll just go and like do you and.
But it's commitment. It's what you put into it, innit?
Yeah.
Just a little example of what he did on the Thursday. Matty lives by Chesterway.
Broughton, innit?
Yeah, I was going to say by Wales, but he'll get a knock on about that.
Yeah,
he lives by Chesterway.
Yeah.
He has driven on the Thursday to Lanes to get his bait. I reckon that's 110 mile. 110 mile each way just to get the bait that he wants, the best bait, best casters you can get. He's driven there and driven back just for his bait. No one does that. Do you know what I mean? There's commitment, and then he's put the time in before that, obviously, with prep, and same as everyone did with prep.
You were both doing well in like the practices, weren't you?
Yeah, and he's driven down here 4 or 5 times just to practice, which, I mean, Westwood's 4 hours for us.
He was so... Is it really 4 hours?
Yeah, it takes us... Oh,
it
depends what day you go. On a Sunday when it's calm, you do it 3.5. It's a trek.
And it was obvious how confident he was when he drew as well. And he's like a confident angler anyway, isn't he?
Yeah.
But he was really confident, like,
He knew what he had to do.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, we had a little chat at the start.
He does, like, you always say, get job done. And he did get job done. Yeah. Nice and, like, hook into the fish, shit back, and I wanted to do it.
It was, I said on his post, it was his turn.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Obviously, I'm not saying he's the only one that puts the effort in. Matty was due to win one.
Yeah,
I mean, likes of Christian's done it for a couple of years now. He's won one. Power's done it.
Yeah.
It was Matty's turn.
Yeah, man.
Wasn't it? So I've made up for the little poo to win. Yeah, even though he got me a bit all weird. So yeah.
Did have some tokens with him as well?
Yeah, he looked after me, didn't he?
Cool,
I'd look after me, innit?
Yeah.
I'll look after me. I'm getting all the past it now.
Look after me, I've not paid you back. I will, promise. One of these days I'll win some pennies for you, Jamie.
I'm not depending on that, do you know what I mean? You know what I mean? Told Sophie it's you that's paying for Disneyland, so she's not expecting to go. Conway it is, Soph. But yes, I think that's about it.
Just go Blackpool.
Anything else? Power's done brilliant off where he's been.
That was I said it in the studio.
Stand-out performance.
Stand-out performance for me.
Yeah.
Because obviously how it was, I mean, it's the power, but it didn't look right. Flat calm.
I think that's helped. I think being out the wind on the day. Out of the wind,
we said that on the day. The fish, like, it was noticeable that the fish went out of the wind.
But I don't think it is the fish out the wind.
Do you know?
It's that fraction of better presentation that gets you 6 more bites. Do you know what I mean? The different Powers has had 6 more fish than me. Matty's had 10. If they're all the same stuff, it's just that little bit of. Do you know what I mean? They're doing it perfect. They're both of them, of course they are. But it's just you can fish a little bit better.
Yeah.
That's all it takes. There is £100 in every peg at Westwood. Every peg. Yeah. It's solid. It's just being able to do it a bit nicer.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's it. Another year done.
See you again next year, Jay.
Everything great, other than the weather. We'll have a bit better weather, please.
It's horrendous.
And yeah, Westwood once again shined and Fish were brilliant.
Yeah.
Right, so we hope you are enjoying the video that you're watching. If not, have just watched. But what we'd also like you to see is the packages that we include for our more technical, informational stuff, where what we can bring to you is all we pretty much know about the technical side and our match style side of fishing. And what we have, you are, of course you are in this bit. We have 2 sides of things. We have the basic package that for $4.99, you can watch us fish live matches, a Q&A every month, and additional stuff from Matty Dawes with live matches and more technical stuff on his side. Or we have the all access package where you can literally see technical insights, live matches from us, but also from some of the best anglers flipping on the planet. I mean, we treat it as 3 days coaching for us, and we go out and we show you what we're learning for anglers like Darren Cox, Andy Bennett, Des Ship, to name but a few. Well worth a look if you fancy having a little bit more fishing content to watch.